Most of us in the fertility community were caught by surprise by this, and I think our first reactions were excitement that this issue is elevated to this, especially within this administration. But I think we're also interested in seeing what comes out of these policy recommendations. I think, when it comes to health policy, a lot of the devil's in the details. So I think we're eager to engage with the administration and lawmakers to ensure that the policies that are put forward are equitable and provide equal access to care for everyone who needs access to IVF and other assisted reproductive technologies. First, the executive order is really a direction to take further action. Nothing about the executive order sets into law or guarantees the protection of IVF access. So state laws still apply as they do today. Federal laws apply today. This is just simply a directive to take further action. It doesn't expand insurance coverage or reduce out-of-pocket costs in any way right now. Hopefully, these policy recommendations, that move forward with this, afford those equal protections and ensure access to care is protected and out-of-pocket costs and health plan costs are reduced through these actions. And then also what it doesn't do is it doesn't prevent discriminatory policies against minority populations or those such as the LGBTQ plus populations or non-traditional families, such as single mothers by choice or others. When you look at the language of the executive order, they specifically mention, mothers and fathers. However, as we know, there are so many other people that need access to this technology and to this essential healthcare that when we see language like that, we want to ensure that lawmakers in the White House are properly informed and educated about the benefits of IVF for all of these populations and for all of these people that are struggling with fertility issues. It isn't just, mothers and fathers or men and women or heterosexual couples like my wife and I who are struggling with this.
About a year and a half ago, we started making the decision to go through IVF. I unfortunately suffered three miscarriages in that we had to then make the decision on whether we were going to try again naturally or go through the IVF process, but our chances were about 2% naturally. So we decided to go the IVF route. I do think one of the things that he has written out is that we should be mandating insurance companies to pay for IVF, and that is a huge part, even if they were to pay a portion of it. It is a huge financial burden on families who decide to go through it. And if insurance companies could even take a portion of that, that would be amazing.
As an advocate and an IVF father myself who had to spend tens of thousands of dollars to have our daughter, I think I would want to be able to see one, the reduction of out-of-pocket costs and the guaranteed coverage of IVF and other fertility services through insurance. Right now, a lot of these are not covered by insurance, and there is legislation in Congress that has been put forth that would require this, and it's something that I and others, organizations such as Resolve, the National Infertility Association, have been supportive of.
I think the message that we're getting is that they support IVF, and that the president and the administration want more Americans to have families, and that this is a very pro-family message. I think that in a administration that has shut down access to women's reproductive rights, that this is a kind of a far different message than we have seen in the past, and that's really uplifting.